Welcome back to Ro Reacts TV, cousins. In this episode, we have Anthony and Amber the day after they both dismissed Shayla. So the episode starts out with Anthony. He's standing outside of the big house with his slides on, very much so comfortable, talking about business, something we rarely see him do when he's with Shayla. Anyhow, he's talking about how he's done with the stock market and that he's going to focus all of his energy towards real estate because he said that's what I'm good at and I don't want to take a step backwards. Someone's on the other end trying to tell him to keep with the stocks. He's like, nah, man, I'm telling you, real estate is where it's at. So next, Amber steps out of the house and he ends his phone call and she says, hey, I'm about to leave and step out for a minute. Do you need anything? He says, nah, I think I'm good. She says, okay, I'll see you later. She takes one step, she turns around and she says, Anthony, what are we doing? She says, like, really? What are we doing? He looks at her, he says, we're trying to get our love back on track. She says, and how are we going to do that with things like what happened yesterday? He says, I know it was a lot. She says, that was crazy. He said, it was. She says, and I don't want to keep going through that. He says, and you won't have to. He tells her, sometimes you got to go through hell to get to heaven. And I know we've been through hell. She takes a deep breath and he says, but look. He says, you know what? I'm the cause of all this and I will spend a lifetime making it up to you. But I promise you, when we're together, your feet will never touch the ground. He says, I promise you that I have made so many mistakes and I'm here as a man telling you, I'm so sorry, you didn't deserve any of this. And I will spend the rest of my lifetime trying to make it up to you. She says, Anthony, we're supposed to be getting a divorce. And here you are sleeping on the sofa. He says, yes, and I'm going to need a massage after this because it would have been nice to sleep in a bed. Amber, keep him in a guest house or keep him on the couch. Do not let him think that all he has to do is get on his knees and say sorry and now he's back in your bed. Heck nah. All that sneaking around both of y'all been doing, but he does have a baby on the side. And y'all still haven't talked about Wayne. Who knows what emotions those conversations are going to bring up. So now Amber has done her errands and she's returned back home. Anthony is sitting on the porch. He still has the phone in his hand. He's still taking care of business. He's feeling like a new man. Here comes Amber. She is undecided. She has changed her mind. She says, hey. He says, hey. He said, women eat good when they eat by themselves, huh? Because she went out to eat earlier by herself. He sits her on his lap, and she looks very unsure, uncomfortable. She's like, hey, we need to talk. He has his hand behind her waist. He's like, we haven't done this in a long time. Oh, this feels so good. She says, Anthony. She says, Anthony, I've had time to think, and this is not going to work. We can't do this. She says, we need to follow through with the divorce. We can split the assets. We need to stay the course, okay? Amber, you should have never let him cook dinner for you. You should have never let him cook breakfast for you. Anyway, he has his eyes closed. He says, I hear you. He says, but hear me. Amber, I'm not going nowhere. She says, Anthony. He says, no. You don't understand how serious I am about you now that you've given me some hope. Shut up, Anthony. He says, you can go through the divorce, but I'm still going to be in your life, spoken like a straight stalker. She's shaking her head, but she's very flattered. He said, look at you. I was stupid to let you get away the first time. You think I'm going to let that happen again? She says, Anthony, we can't do this. You have a whole baby. You have another family. I can't do this. He said, what if I told you can't has never been in my vocabulary? I said, I can't be bothered with you and your baby and your side chick. I don't care about all your, Ooh, I got upset when he said that. He says, I'm a doer, I'm a shower, and I'm here to show you that I am here for the long haul. She's looking all confused and turned on at the same time. He says, I'm a fighter, and as long as you show me that 1% that you want me, I'm going to fight. I'm here for the long haul. That's pretty much it, y'all. Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me, will these two be intimate by next weekend? I got to know. Thanks for watching Ro Reacts TV, and I'll see you on the next video.